poke in lane. There's just so much on that champion at the minute that you can't afford to ignore. But anyway, we are jumping into pick and ban, so let's see what bans and of course picks do come out as we go through. At least the first one taken off the table, shortly followed by a Jhin. Not surprised to see those two come through at all.
No, definitely not. Jhin, another spectacular champion that was shown off yesterday by a couple of players, did really, really well on that champion. I mean, he was just so well protected in some of those fights with those tanky frontline junglers, and he was just able to rain havoc throughout the mid game. Obviously, Vega Squadron is over on the blue side of this game. This is a best of 3, and Saigon Jokers are over on the red side this time. Ryze is going to be the next ban. Now, again, another champion we're used to seeing picked up.
Yeah, he's an interesting one because in solo queue his run rate's like sub 43%. He's really, really bad in solo queue into most matchups. But what makes him so strong in playing competitive play like this is that when combined with the team or when he starts getting ahead through assistance from his team, he is nearly unstoppable. How fast he can burst through you just is so unfair. And, you know, if players are very skilled Ryze players, you don't want them to get hold of it. So banning it away is always a safe bet if they're not quite unsure as to what Warzone can do on this champion.
Yeah, most definitely. And we'll obviously get to see what champion pools each individual of these players have. I haven't seen too much of Yi Jin from Saigon Jokers. Like I said, he is one of the youth players for them, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what champion pool he does, if he just sticks to kind of meta ones like the Nidalee, like Elise, or these kind of high pressure early game, more squishy junglers, or if he does go for something like the Olaf, the Zac, that kind of thing. But Syndra is going to be a ban away, and an Aurelion Sol, and the Olaf is going to be the last one. So Aurelion Sol, yesterday we saw so many people pick him up with varying levels of success.
Yeah, I remember the one game we saw in particular, it was Varus versus Aurelion Sol. An early game, the Aurelion Sol managed to get a kill. We thought, well, that's this lane done. You know, they're just going to keep camping on the Varus, make sure he doesn't get back into things. But sure enough, he did exactly that. And come about 15-20 minutes in the game, it was like he hadn't had that really poor early game. And to be fair, Aurelion Sol at level 1 can be super oppressive because of the W. He can stack his autos, he can hit you with the spheres. Fuck, he's doing that. Hit you with the spheres and just keep on pounding you with both. And it makes it so difficult to trade any damage back with him. But he can run out of mana very quickly. And once you start getting up to like level 3, level 4, you do tend to find that the lane evens out. And we saw quite a few Vladimir Aurelion Sol matchups too. That was an interesting one to watch. And often, I remember us watching so many times the Vladimir just running back under tower, getting pelted by spheres the whole way. It was horrible.
It is absolutely horrible. Not a very nice matchup at all. But Nidalee is going to be the first pick away. That is going to go straight over to the side of Vega Squadron. Now it is, I just want to confirm, obviously we were a bit confused by the graphic. Edward is going in the support lane, so the Thresh King himself is going down there with his AD carry blasting. Yeah, I'd be a bit concerned if he was going top. I'd want to see him in support role. But Zara is going to get his hands on that Nidalee. Now, Saigon Jokers have got a few power picks left. They are hovering the Jace. Now, Jace, another champion yesterday that was heavily pick banned.
Absolutely was. Yeah, this is again one of those top laners that you have to pick ban, because if you don't take away the Jace, you tend to find there's going to be a Poppy in the mix. Now, Poppy, of course, isn't banned here, which probably means we might see the other side pick it up, and she will get bullied around for the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of this game. It's just, it's an unwritten rule that, you know, Jace should absolutely hammer a Poppy, no pun intended, in the top lane. Now, I'm really proud of that one. I didn't even think about it as well. It's fantastic.
That was,
I had to pause for a second and reflect and think, I'd have said that, didn't I? It was brilliant. Anyway, yeah, Karma picked up there as well. Likely going to go in the support role in the bot lane. That probably means you're going to have something that can trade well in the bot lane in terms of a support. Sorry, in terms of an AD carry. You want a lot in terms of being able to be very mobile. You want a lot of protection in lane as well. Probably going to be countered out by Nami, purely because Nami gives the heals. It gives a sustain through the Karma poke. I'm quite curious to see if we see a Zyra today, because we haven't really seen many Zyras here yet.
We haven't at all. And when we have, they've always been just heavily punished out by the Karma. Now, you said we might see Poppy. She's going to get locked in. Non-Holy is going to pick that one up. And Blasting's actually going to take the Ashe as well. So really early AD carry focus for Vega Squadron. Really want to take that one away without a mid lane locked in just yet. Now, really quickly actually, Drogovic is a Vlad player as well. Like, he's been spamming a lot of Vlad. Cassiopeia, Victor. He's very clued up on the meta gems.
That'd be interesting to see if he does go for that then. The Vladimir, along with the composition they've got so far, I'm not sure. My number one concern at the minute is that they've got Ashe in the bot lane, and they, you know, there's still kind of like a lot of room. I guess they're safe to pick it because there's no Zyra here, so they won't get herself comboed down at level 6, for example. But it's revealing, okay, we've got a pretty squashy AD carry here. We haven't picked our support yet. What are you going to do to be able to crush us here? I won't be surprised. I'm probably thinking something along the lines of maybe an Ezreal here, but I'm probably completely wrong and think, by the looks of it, they're going to go for Miss Fortune instead. Now that's interesting because we haven't really seen Miss Fortune at all so far either. Definitely mixing things up.
Support.
Yeah, but that wasn't in this tournament, was it? That was at Worlds.
That was at Worlds.
Yeah, so talking about this tournament exclusively, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, it did work in Worlds, and no, they did. No, someone did lock it in.
Yeah.
On Friday, I believe, someone did lock it in, and it didn't work too well. She just ended up getting one shot all the time.
Yeah, surprise.
So
this is the issue they have. I think with the level 6 here, you're looking at the Ashe Alistar onto Miss Fortune is going to be absolutely vile. They need to poke out early and make sure they don't ever get that combo down. Ashe's damage early game isn't the best. I'd say MF probably is stronger at that point. It depends what the combo comes down, and if Edward stays on this ignite here, that's going to be so scary to deal with as a Miss Fortune Karma lane.
Yeah, they're both extremely squishy. Obviously, Karma has got the sustainability via the shields. Although that won't last long when you've got Ashe and Alistar pounding at your front door. But having that bottom lane, I mean, Miss Fortune, we haven't seen her in the AD carry position. That's something we haven't seen. But they do take away the Lee Sin, obviously. So, again, kind of a skill matchup in the jungle as well. And like we said before, Yi Jin, haven't seen too much of him. I want to see his Lee Sin play. And because, like, the East is famed for their Lee Sin. So I want to see if they can play it in to Zanzara's Nidalee. And that composition coming out from Vegas Squadron right now looks absolutely horrible to play against in team fights. If one person gets picked, it's all over.
Absolutely. I like the Orianna pickup here as well. This is something that actually seems to have kind of resurfaced, I guess, in recent weeks. It's something that we didn't really see during the initial stages of Worlds, but saw it obviously last night a few times between SKT and SSG. And in this case, seeing it here today, we saw it in the UK Premiership Finals yesterday, we're seeing it now. It just seems that Orianna is likely sinning that she survives all the meta changes that come through just because her kit is so versatile. You've got the shield, you've got the speed boost, you've got good damage, you've got good team fighting, you've got good wave clear. Everything about her is very much so, I'm a jack of all trades but a master of none. Like, there are probably better champions you could take for her in any given scenario. But in this case, just works super well. And that's actually going to be a Jace in the mid lane too, which changes things up massively. Both mid laners taking exhaust here as well, so they're both respecting the damage that each other can do.
Well, they can change at the last second, so we'll hold off on that just a second. But yeah, Rumble is going to be locked in for Row in the top lane. Now, going against the Poppy, we said, it's a pretty damaging for Poppy if she went against the Jace in the early game, but up against that Rumble, this Rumble's going to be pushing. With that Flame Spitter, obviously the buff just making him, Rise of Resurgence, really, coming back to that top lane. But Jace mid, we discussed it, I believe, on Friday. We're talking about how Jace could be the flex pick into the mid lane, and even AD if you really want to go like Deft. But it's interesting to see it here. We should be jumping into game very, very shortly as well. Saigon Joker's obviously over on the red side and Vegas Squadron over on the blue. And man, this game's going to be a good one. I've not seen Jace mid in a long time.
No, you do tend to see it top because it bullies out so easily. And, for those wondering still, the reason why we're all seeing Jace again is because the tier build has been dropped, basically. It was nice in terms of mana sustain, but you realise the massive damage spike you get through not building tier. And everyone's just been going for that, basically. You tend to go triple armor pen, so you'll go Maw, you'll go Duskblade, you'll go Youmuu's, and then right off the back of that. But here we are onto the Rift now. Let's see what happens in this first game. It is a best-of-3 series, so it's not like one game is going to determine who's the winner and who the loser is here, but it definitely puts pressure on the losing team, knowing they're one game away from falling into the loser's bracket.
One game is not enough, Derry. One game is never enough.
See, I say this to myself, but like,
you followed it in. Hello.
They're going for it.
Drop glass. Still good.
Nah.
She posted a ward there.
Just chill. I was going to say, one game is never enough. That's the kind of thing you say to yourself at like 11 PM at night when you know you've got to go to bed because you've got work the next day, and you're just like, one more game really won't hurt. It's fine.
That was me yesterday. I was like, one game's just not enough. I'm going to play another one, and then it's 12 o'clock, half 12 almost. I'm like, well, got a cast in the morning. Can't be too tired. Luckily though, the clocks did go back, so I got an extra hour's sleep. I know that was my excuse, and you said that was your excuse as well. For staying up a little bit. I
had to watch at least one game of Worlds. Okay, I wanted to see the opening ceremony more than anything. It was really cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't watched it yet. I know the result. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it came up on my smartphone on an app that I downloaded. My God, I woke up and I was like, oh, well, that spoiled it for me. So congratulations to the winners.
Such an amateur, man.
I am an amateur, man. Such a smartphone amateur. Right.
You'll learn one day. This is
I
nice
will.
here, actually. This is something worth noting as well. What Warzone did here was take away one of the little razor beaks, because that means that if the jungler starts red side, they can't get level 3 off all 3 camps. That way they're forced to go and try and do walls to get the level 3, so the ganks aren't as effective until they've gone over to the other side of the jungle, which can waste so much time. Like, you'll see Lee Sin here, if he does red buff next, he'll hit level 3, whereas if the Nidalee were to start red side, she wouldn't get that.
Yeah, it also gives them an XP advantage in the mid lane as well, so you
Absolutely.
can never scoff on that one. Level 2 is so important, especially for people like Orianna. Just so important to get that combo down. Obviously, you got the command orb, and then obviously you can dissonance, auto, Thunderlord's proc instantly. Just super strong in the early game. Non-holy against Roe, he's not gonna have a nice time in this top lane at all.
Oh no. I mean, being a flamethrower to death isn't the best of things to do anyway. But I think up here, knowing that in the early game you're going to get pushed around a lot, that's definitely going to hurt.
That is for sure. And it's pretty early in the morning, man. It is 9:30 for them right now in Paris. It's 8:30 for us.
Everyone should let the clocks change.
Yeah, the clocks have changed, yeah. So it may seem like a humongous delay, but it wasn't technically because we had the clocks changed. But yeah, is that going to affect them? Realistically, because I cannot play when I'm tired.
I think if it was like 2 hours in the clock change, then maybe. But I think it's such a minor change, and if nothing else, I think the teams will be appreciating the extra hour they get. Whether that's another hour of practice, whether it's another hour of sleep, take the pick.
Just get on solo queue instantly. As soon as you get up, what do? Load your PC up, solo queue every day. Exactly what some of these players do. But we see Zanzara just taking away the Scuttle Crab here, and Misfortune, I just actually know Celebrity on that one, has actually taken Deathfire Touch.
Interesting. Okay. That means high AD build then, not much attack speed. It's all about smacking people around the face in the first place.
Oh, yeah. The rhymes are off the chain this morning, man.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Still warming up.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for a day of rhymes.
Some filthy rhymes.
Rhymes and memes.
Warzone is back first. He's got boots and a longsword. Does look like Zanzara does want to go in for a gank. He's off to the side. There is no wards available.
So
nice
forced.
headbutt pole rise onto 2 people. It is really forced. They're too far away. Way too far. That Karma. Oh, wow. Holy going really low in the top lane, in fact. Wow. Ro takes a couple of tower hits as well. He's going to have to back off sharpish. But Unholy actually both top laners even. They are going to blow flash. So that could be quite pinnacle. Both of them haven't got the biggest amount of mobility. It does look like Non-Holy is just going to back off. He's going to teleport back to lane. Just wants to play it safe. And because he does not know Yijin is down there.
I've got to say, I'm really impressed that he TP'd back and the return landed just as his health hit 100% again. Literally, like, inch perfect timing there.
That's the teleport place for you there. That's why
you can't really say. I don't know why people say like inch perfect, like with timing and stuff, because it can't be inch perfect. It's not a measurement of distance; it's a measurement of time.
That's true.
You're getting philosophical once again. It should be like millisecond timing or something. Like millisecond perfect timing. That's probably the better way of putting it.
It doesn't flow off the tongue as well as the
other
one does.
It doesn't, which is why they say inch perfect. It sounds really good.
Blasting takes a double up to the face. That is gotta hurt. Oh, there's 2 junglers in the top lane, however. Yijin just doing that dirty camp. Oh, he comes out on Unholy. Oh, Non-Holy going solo. No flash available. First blood goes over to Ro. That was such a good gank there by Yijin.
Surely you don't try this.
No, he flashes in. He flashed in and Yijin flashed away, lands the Q, gets the kill. Nice double kill up in the top lane. One going over to Ro and one over to Yijin. This is not looking good for Non-Holy this early on.
No, he really should have backed away there and just let that go. I think, okay, the Lee Sin was relatively low. I think the Poppy Aftershock was a bit like, okay, well, he's taking a bit more damage there. I can probably kill him if I get a spear and a Q down. But that's the problem, you have to get onto him in the first place. And you've got a Rumble standing right in front of you, slowly torching you to death. It's like, why? You know that Lee Sin's got Flash, you know that he's got Safeguard. It was just a really silly decision, I think. I understand it. It was just very solo queue-esque and probably very reminiscent of something I would do in solo queue.
Yeah, same. Why not? You go for a kill.
Got it. Take the risks for that LP, boys.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, unfortunately, he did go down. Good flash by the Yijin, though. He did flash away, landed the Q, bam, smacked Nidalee in the face. I mean, that's always disappointing as well when you can outmaneuver a Nidalee like that. Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
Thinking about mover, Warzone does go down. Almost takes Brozovic with him, though. But no, he is going to go down. That's going to be another kill on the board. This time it is on the jungler of Zanzara. So he will be a little bit caught up with Eugen. Trying to go in it again. Does land the Q. You're going to follow it in? He's got a kick.
If he had, I think if he knew in that case that the Orianna was recalling right there, he would have followed it in and then kicked the Orianna with a ward hop afterwards. That would have been really impressive, but I guess he didn't see it.
No, he ain't got it. He might not have any wards either, so that's something to keep in mind. The first dragon of the game is actually going to be an Infernal Drake for once. Like, for the last 2 days, we've had ocean, and mountain. Once a mountain, actually.
That's why we had double Infernal yesterday.
Yeah, but that wasn't first. Yeah, I think it was Ocean first.
They like to just warm these teams up, and then they get into it a bit later on once the Infernal starts becoming a thing.
Yes. Well, Zanzara is just going to get harassed now. Eugen playing really aggressively. Has got the back off of Roe and Warzone. They are going to come towards this blue buff as well. The
3v3 in the jungle.
Oh yeah, you're going to want to get it off there. Yeah, it does get smited away. Eugen taking that one. Zanzara going really low. Actually, ultimate use from Rumble here. She's completely cut off. Kick available from Eugen. No, he doesn't use it. He doesn't get enraged. And now he's going really
he's done.
Nice kick into Edward there. But Zanzara's going to follow it up with the pounce, with the XQ on the Q. And he's going to go down. Shock blast from downtown as well. Warzone's going to pick up that kill. Nice trade. But they do get the minute advantage. That was the blue buff on Warzone.
That's why you type in all chat buff transfer complete. Yeah. Because that's exactly what just happened there. The Lee Sin took the blue, they nearly killed the Lee Sin, and then nearly died to the Jace, giving it back over, of course, to the Saigon Jokers, that mid lane for Warzone. Definitely going to be happy with the blue buff. And that's kind of a successful invade, I guess. Kind of.
Kind of? I mean, you got blue on Warzone. That's nice enough. And Edward, that roam as well, all the way to top side.
And to be fair, it's a kill on your mid laner as well, rather than on your jungler, which of course is really good in terms of carry. Look at the damage coming out here as well.
He was in a little bit of trouble. That shield just used a little bit too late there. It does give you the armor and magic resistance that you need, but use that took so much. And with that blue buff on Warzone now, it's only going to get worse. And you can already see the CS Slade gaining here for Warzone.
Slowly starting to eke ahead. I think as we kind of expect, Orianna needs to get hold of the Morellonomicon to start really clearing waves effectively. And right now, you've seen the damage that comes through from the burst from Warzone. It's really not pretty. The bot lane poke now. You can see it starting to kind of stack up here as well from the Karma and Misfortune. It is starting to hurt.
Eugen is so aggressive on this Lee Sin. He's already invading Zanzara's jungle again. He's going to take the ward. So aggressive. These, I told you, these Eastern junglers, so Korea, China, from like Taiwan and stuff, every single one of them that plays Lee Sin just plays it in such an aggressive style, just invading whenever and wherever they can. And the dive might come through. The ultimate for Umori is going to land, and the Q is followed through, and Eugen does get another kill on the board. Guy is just absolutely everywhere. Non-Holy is not having a good morning.
This is one of them times where, like, again, you'll start typing in all chat something along the lines of, "Oh, crappy jungler, please report," and all that kind of stuff. It's because you know that their jungler is like, they're being very proactive, very ganking, just making their appearance known, basically. And right now, you've got a Rumble that's 20 CS up. He's a kill up. He hasn't got 2 deaths like the Poppy has, and he's sat on 3 assists. He's looking really scary right now.
And he got the tower gold, but it does mean Vega Squadron do get an opening. It looks like they're going to try and take this dragon. Infernal Drake is definitely worth a kill trade, but is it worth a tower as well? That top side is not looking good for Vega Squadron.
Definitely isn't looking great now. I'm still yet to see Edward try and make a play with the Ignite as well. They took this to try and get a bit of a kill lane and force some pressure, but right now haven't been using it. I'm not too sure why, because to be honest, an exhaust would be really good here. Misfortune can be scary, Jace can be scary, Rumble can be really scary if he gets in your face when he's overheated. I just don't understand why they don't go for double Ignite here, and double exhaust potentially. In the mid lane, Orianna actually did switch out to Ghost as well, so they have literally nothing to offset the damage that can come out of these 3 really big late game carries.
Yeah, maybe they're just waiting for that level 6, like you said. Obviously, Edward has reached that point now. He does have his ultimate. Same with blasting. So he's got the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. They've got the Ignite. That's a lot of straight-up damage. We'll see if they can use that, however, as they were probably just waiting for that. I mean, Non-Holy, though, he's just not had a good time, as it does look like Zanzara might be in a little bit of trouble here. He's just going to use the flash to get over the wall. Shock blast coming through from the Jace. Warzone has got so much damage. Almost got the Ghost Blade, and he's even bought Swiftness boots.
Wow. Oh, that's a interesting one.
Chuck
All about that mobility.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, he's going for that pen build by the looks of it as well. I mean, the more is like a win-win for him here. You get the magic resist against Orianna Nidalee. You manage to start getting that early armor pen. It really starts smacking through, especially Nidalee in the early game, who doesn't have many resistances. Yi Jin. Casual dash away there, like nothing's going on. He's just like, it's fine, guys. I got this.
I got this.
Don't care about the cow.
Oh, no.
Who gives the cow, man?
Jesus Christ. Is this what it's going to be for the rest of the day?
It's one of them days, mate. I'm warmed up. I'm ready.
He's warmed up. He's ready. Do you know who isn't warmed up? Maybe Zanzara. A bit of a sticky situation right now. Kick is available. Smite away from Yi Jin. Nice hop over the wall. Nice. Q does land.
Oh!
Kick flash. Beautiful. Into the sky. See you later. Warzone gets the dunk on him. Beautiful kick there from Yi Jin. And he picks him. Well, he picks the mid laner up. Another kill.
Yi Jin is on fire right now in terms of every single play he's making across the map. There just doesn't seem to be a response coming in from the Nidalee here. In fact, I don't think it's that there's no response coming. It's that there's so much pressure being exerted by the Lee Sin that there's no time. You can't catch up in levels. You can't start getting yourself ahead in terms of gold. It's super difficult right now.
Super difficult. And Ro actually made a teleport towards the bottom lane as well.
Whoops.
Oh, his over-aggression might have paid him a little bit. No, he's all right. He does wall dash away. So that is going to be a... Oh, stream just lagging a tiny bit.
Just a little.
Just a little. We're good now.
It's been a bit laggy.
It's been a bit laggy. A bit choppy, you could say. Well, there you go. It's a TP. It wasn't as bad as yesterday, though. TP is cancelled. We're all good. There's nothing we can do about the stream quality, unfortunately, boys. We're trying our hardest to bring you the best quality League of Legends.
Oh,
and we are getting it.
Has it happened to you too?
Right.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Exhausted.
It's okay. We're back.
Really laggy.
Really laggy.
Tell. Someone's gonna die. Zanzara, he goes down. Celebrity getting the kill. I didn't see that at all. All I saw was nearly just exhausted and just destroyed. Well, I think we're back. We're back.
I think we're okay. We're there.
This is going to turn into some sort of meme.
It already is, mate. It is, I don't know if you've heard of it. I can't really say because I'm working for ESL right now, but there is a meme about this.
Is there a meme? I'm not aware. I'll have to Google it later. Celebrity gets another kill. Edward falling that one. They're not doing so hot this morning. Vega Squadron just 2-7. Just the pressure Yi Jin is putting out. Second tower down as well for them. That's a lot of gold in their pockets. Solo gold as well, giving over to Celebrity. And Zanzara is just not at a good time. He's playing a bit defensive now. Yi Jin is there. Kick available. He does ward. Wow, he says dash away to Warzone. And Brobovic as well. His tower is the only tier 1 surviving, and we'll see if he can keep that one alive for just a little bit longer.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, in terms of how it's looking so far, goal-wise, you've seen a 6k lead coming through from Saigon Jokers, and I'm not surprised at all with how aggressively they've been playing and how well everyone's doing at the minute. I think if nothing else, it's a pretty poor performance overall from Nidalee. I think just really not looking too good for him right now.
Even Ro is just like, just sit here and take wards in your jungle. Not really much else you can do about it, buddy. He's going to burn the flash though, actually. I just saw that off screen. Nice headbutt pulverize onto Warzone. Not going to get followed up by anything that Drobovic can do. Ro's now taking the Scuttle Crab. See, Ro now, he's got that tier 1 tower. Does he know Edward's there? Oh, he doesn't mind. Oh, okay, he doesn't really care. There comes the ultimate down as well. Edward just burning alive, and Lee Sin's going to follow that through. He is so low. Will they get it? He will get it with the passive coming from Dustblade there. Damn. I mean, I only saw that just through a little bit of the lag, but... Oh.
Oh, we missed it again!
Oh, he missed it! Shockwave whiffed as well.
Oh my lord, come on.
Can't really tell. All I can see is Flame Spitter just going, taken wildly around by Ro.
YouTube, please. Come on.
Come on, man. Yi Jin's onto the side, though.
Go on, Yi Jin. Do the magic.
Oh, do the magic.
No need.
Oh, Drobovic's going really low. Tower is getting just forced in here by Saigon Jokers. Blasting just trying all he can. There's going to be a flash. Blasting just gets disintegrated, melted in those flames. My goodness, they are not having a good time at all. Just the sheer pressure from Saigon Jokers is just crippling Vega Squadron's front line.
Sorry about the tech issues at the minute, guys. You will look into getting those sorted very, very soon. Unfortunately, not something we can control from our end right now. It should be fine relatively soon, but what's not fine is how crushed Vega Squadron are getting right now. In terms of the gold, it's 7.5k, 9-2 in kills. And in fact, second Drake of the game is being started up here. The first one of the game coming
Ocean.
through for Yi Jin. It is indeed an Ocean.
Yeah.
What's the next one going to be? What's the next one going to be? Mountain?
No, I reckon it's going to be another Ocean.
I reckon Mountain.
You reckon Mountain?
Yeah.
Alright. Bets are on.
He's got it. Come on, show us, show us, show us.
Show us. Come on, quickly. Observer.
Please show us.
Please.
We're going to have to wait.
We need to see that sick recall on the Lee Sin. Oh,
I know. Right, go to Jace now. Go to Jace now. Oh, we'll find out in the end. And
We'll find out.
We'll settle this. Right, did you say Ocean?
Yeah.
I said Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. Let's see what
right.
happens.
Mountain! Oh my god, actually it is. It was a mountain. Nice guess.
Just excuse me whilst I just gloat in this moment.
Wow.
Of
You're on
being
fire
the great
this morning,
predictor.
mate. You are on fire.
It's a good start. It's a good start. I hope it continues throughout the rest of the day. It'll fall apart next game, and I'll get nothing right ever again.
Oh yeah, most probably. Oh, they have switched their top side to the bottom side, and vice versa.
They need that top tower. They need to get it down here. And in fact, the Astra calling, I guess, is probably because they feel relatively blind. Even though they've got like 5 wards in the river here near Baronside, they've got so much vision up there, and not really making use of it right now.
No, not at all. And that pressure coming out from Aegean just on the side, just forcing Unholy off that tower. Another tower falls, going towards Saigon Jokers. 4-0 on the tower count. Almost 10k gold lead as well at 18 minutes. It really isn't looking good for Vega Squadron. We'll see what they can do to pull out the bag because, like we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of ultimate usage. Oh, speaking of ultimate usage, Road's going to go in low. Oh, he just gets disintegrated. Drobovic just goes down, but Celebrity trades up that kill. Eugene on the side does land the Q. Poppy comes in as well. She does try and get the charger on Eugene. Not going to happen. Ron OP is a little bit caught out, but he's going to flash away, and he should be all right.
He looks okay. In
I'm
terms of
behind.
yet another fight. I think ever so slightly.
Okay, I am on 1830 now. So.
Me too. Okay, you're fine.
Ding ding. Maybe
Ding,
mine
ding.
buffed a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it was during the Rocky Road part. Look at the shot blast now. They're taking off about half of the HP of the Orianna here. It's so scary to deal with on a Jace once he starts rolling. He's got the double pen as well. He's going to go for another one now.
Teleport in the mid lane though.
Horrific. What do you do?
Zanzara just goes down to the burn.
Oh,
maybe
the burn.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he just walked up to him, flame spitting him. He's like, "You're not escaping me, buddy."
Well, we were watching like the incremental, like single-digit health removal figures,
That's
just
like,
like,
oh my god, it's so
yeah, like
close.
it's like yes, a Deathfire touch. Then actually, here comes a real flamethrower and just completely crushed him. And fair play by Rowe to be there at a good time.
Completely obliterated. Rift Herald buff did go over. I believe that landed on Yi Jin. So, I mean, whatever objectives can they take? Oh, Rift Herald, we'll just take that too. Baron spawns in 30 seconds-ish, there or thereabouts. And Saigon Jokers, just with an absolute dominating early game, have really pushed their advantage. And now they're 10k gold lead at 19 minutes.
Indeed they are, and the question really here for Vega is what can they do to answer this now? I think you start looking towards next game here as you know that you're over 11k down. It's, you know, trying to come back in this kind of game, I think you're only going to demoralise yourself further. So accept this one's a loss. Start analysing what can change next game now. This is very valuable time you can make use of, so start using it wisely and thinking, what do we need to ban out? What do we need to pick next time? What mistakes do we need to learn from that we made this game to turn this series around? I mean, chances are it could be that Saigon Jokers are probably may well be the strongest team here, alongside arguably DP, who had a pretty good showing last year at Worlds, of course. Be interesting to see how they do this time round. But either way, seeing how this group plays out, if it turns out that actually Saigon were the stronger team overall and Vega come in second, then so be it. It could just be another Chief versus Int scenario like we saw on Friday.
Yeah, that was a spectacular best of 3. If anybody did miss that, go watch the VODs. Ints versus Chiefs. Incredible best of 3. Indeed.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good. Right, Yijin. I mean, would you ban the Lee Sin? I'm going to willing to bet they are going to. He is just so strong on this champion. Even wearing the SKT skin as well.
Actually, I lied. No, if I just pick something like an Olaf, maybe. Just don't play the Nidalee here, because for Nidalee at the minute to be effective, you have to be so highly skilled in her. And whilst I'm not sitting here saying that the Vega jungler is bad, I'm just saying in this case you need to be a literal god tier Nidalee player to have a really strong effect on her.
Yeah.
It's the same as playing Ryze in the mid lane, for example. There's just no point. Play something more team orientated. Play something like the Olaf, which can have a really big impact in this game.
Yeah, it was actually banned away by Saigon Jokers, so Zac.
But there's a Zac, yeah, there's a Zac available and stuff like that as well. Just something that's not as squishy and I suppose, carry reliant as Nidalee is here.
Yeah, no, very true. See what you can pull out the bag. They are sieging up this top tower. Tier 2 right now. Dragon available in 1 minute. It is the Mountain Drake. You are correct, Derry. Flame Spitter is going to come out as well. Unholy going really low. The ultimate did come out as well for Rogue just to get a bit of distance. I didn't even see that. Ron OP just disintegrated.
Yeah.
My eyes and my brain aren't fully connected. It's very early in the morning.
No excuse.
No, it's true. No excuse. It shouldn't be an excuse, but it is. I'm going to take it. Celebrity, though. Look at this guy. He's on this misfortune. We said we've not seen this in AD carry role. He's really making it shine. With the Dustblade as well. Oh, Drobovic. Are you going to get jumped on? Oh, he goes in. Flash kicked away, but no, kicked in the wrong direction. Rowe actually goes in as well. Does get shockwaved. Oh, a bit too ham from Saigon Jokers. He goes down. Yijin just disintegrates as well. If you can get into their squad, they just absolutely demolish them. Yeah, Edward just gets the headbutt pulverized. That is going to be the rest of Saigon Jokers. Going to have to back off here. Warzone did use the flash earlier. We'll see if he can get away. He can hide behind his tower. Edward doesn't have ultimate, so they're not going to look for a dive. And that was just Yijin going a little bit too aggressive there. And Rowe as well, flashing after us. This could be a Baron.
That probably will be a Baron at this point. Yeah, there's no one really around to come and steal it. And they've got enough time, I think, before Yijin comes up. Don't forget, there's a lot of damage coming through here from pretty much all the team except the Poppy Alistair, I think. All three members do have good damage in terms of the carries. Poppy Ult doesn't land here, though. But can they disrupt this in time? That Baron is still pretty high.
He's going really low. Same with Warzone. They've got so much poke. Someone had to flash away. In fact, beautiful Mantra Q coming out from Karma, but he just dies straight up to the Ashe there and the Orianna combo. Rowe is going to chase as well. He did teleport in. The health bars are just blinking for Vega Squadron right now. And even Zanzara is going to get ultimated. No, he just gets off it, but it's not enough. Deathfire touch as well is just going to take him out. Rowe gets a revenge kill. Nice pin up on the wall for Zanzara there. And that is actually going to be Saigon Jokers now turning this Baron around.
Well, I'm not surprised they chose to turn this around and try and start it, because now it's the enemy jungler that's dead. And equally, here comes the TP from the top laner, like we saw last time. But I think he's a little bit too late here.
Yeah, he's way too late. Ashe did send out the Hawk shot just to see if they were finishing it off. And as soon as it landed, they did get the Baron. That's going to be a Baron onto 5 people on the side of Saigon Jokers. Their gold lead extending to 12k. And even though they hiccup there just for a moment, they're still firmly in control of the map.
We had someone in chat pop up and say, I wish the English casters were at the Paris Games, and I was like, me too, friend, me too.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Ben. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I really wish you were. But unfortunately, me and Deza here are just chilling.
But on the bright side, I get to drink tea rather than like energy drinks and water, which is a good trade.
That is very true.
Right, what's the next trade? Another mountain. I reckon it's another mountain.
I reckon it's got to be Infernal Mountain or Ocean.
You can't pick all 3, take one.
Infernal. No, non-holy is getting chunked out. You're almost going to go down. He's so tanky. Dustblade doesn't kill him. Rope himself with the Flame Spitter.
There's enough. Have you picked your dragon
Infernal.
yet?
Infernal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say mountain. You're saying Infernal. Cool.
Yeah. Bets are on again.
All right. I don't know what the bet's for, but we're betting it. I'm 1-0.
We're betting it. There we go. Right, bro. This guy is extremely devastating right now. With that ultimate as well, he just absolutely chunks through people. Look at that magic penna coming out from him. He's got Void Staff already. Doesn't even get the Zon. He's like, meh, just going to get more armor, more magic penetration. I don't mind.
Yeah. The only real thing he's missing right now is an Abyssal Scepter. If he had that, then he's pretty much got all the pen you can probably imagine and want to have.
Oh, yeah.
Just a nice little quick view of a dead tower there. Everyone likes dead towers.
Dead. Down, just to make sure it was down. Edward goes in. Even does get knocked up. Now, they are trying to siege this. They have so much poke, though. I mean, Warzone is an absolute force at the moment. He's got Ghostblade, Black Cleaver. He does so much. See, look at that damage. Blasting takes half his HP bar in one gate Q combo. Absolutely disgusting damage.
You know, I haven't actually seen a full teamfight combination coming out of Saigon Jokers here yet, because they've just been skirmishing all game.
Yeah.
Like, Celebrity hasn't really been in a teamfight. He's just picked up lots of little kills here and there. Same thing for Warzone, I think. Like, this is the first time they've actually got together as a team, and the first time we might see a full combination come out at some point.
Yeah, Vegas Squadron have got that combo. Rowe's going really low on the side there. Maybe a bit too aggressive. Didn't have vision over the wall. He's going to go down. Blasting actually picks up that kill. Yijin, though, follows in the queue.
The kick!
Blasting surviving. How did he survive that? But the shield from Orianna just makes sure he does. He makes sure he survives. They don't take a tower. They lose 2 members. And now they're going to have to back off.
That was really close there for Yijin. You can understand why he thought, well, actually, that kick just did so much damage because, of course, if you kick a target and it hits someone else, it deals a percentage of their max health to the target that gets hit during the kick. It's brilliant in terms of the amount of damage you can deal if you kick a tanky target into a squishy. And obviously then thought, that's my invitation to go in and try and kill Blasting here, but it just didn't work out for him in the end, unfortunately.
Fortunately so, and will that be Vega Squadron coming back into this game is the question. That inhibitor is open in the top side for them, so they need to be really careful because that Rumble does a lot of damage. In a 1v1, obviously a lot of everybody from Saigon Jokers will win, but the combo we were talking about from Vega Squadron, you've got Shockwave, Enchanted Crystal Arrow, Alice has obviously got damage reduction ultimate, Poppy as well, just being that front line. They can win out these team fights if it's a full 5-on-5, but if they just let Warzone poke them, they're going to go down, Derry.
Indeed they are, yeah. I'm still waiting to see what this next Drake is. I'm hoping the game lasts long enough to find out. That's the big thing. I'm going to say in the mid lane here as well, look at the Jace there in terms of the items he's got. Everything he's got there just screams armor pen. Whether it's trying to shed it off through the Black Cleaver, whether it's the armor penetration that you've got on those two items, otherwise on the Yomus and the Maw. The only thing he's missing here is a Dustblade. If he gets that, he'll be nigh unstoppable into the late game. It's super scary when you have a full pen build like this. And in fact, MF has done exactly the same thing. The only thing that she switched out is the boots, and she's got a Dustblade instead of a Maw. But I do expect her to go towards a Maw sometime soon.
You're right. Like literally everybody from Saigon Joker's team has got like all the penetrating items they can possibly buy. Black Cleavers, Ghost Blades, Dusk Blades, Maws, like Void Staffs, everything. They just want to just shred through everybody. And Edward have only just picked up. He's only just picked up. Uh-oh, hang on. Let me finish presenting to Edward. Give me a sec. Edward's only just picked up Locket as well. But there's so little MR left after these fights. They're going to siege up this inhibitor though. Warzone on the side. He does so much damage. But Roe is just poking everybody with that Flame Spitter, using those Karma Shields to great effect as well.
Oh.
Just damage reduction. Inhibitor is going to fall. Warzone does get a nice Q off onto Drobovic, and they're going to have to back off here. Same as Saigon Jokers. The Dragon is live in 1 minute and 50 seconds. It's going to be Infernal. And we'll see if they want to go for that one. I don't know, man. I'm just guessing.
Okay. You're saying Infernal, I'm saying Mouse.
I'm saying Infernal, yeah.
I was going to say that it's really interesting because Drobovic actually managed to get the Orianna Shockwave down onto Celebrity alone there, and I thought he's got no magic resist. That's him dead. But he managed to get the ult down. I think he queued in the first place, did the ult and then W, and it only put the Misfortune down to about 40% HP. She's got no magic resist, and even with the death cap, the Orianna does not seem to be touching her right now. And this mid lane just it isn't having the impact they desired, I think. But saying that, neither is Nidalee.
Yeah, Rose can actually go into the Zhonya state there. He's off to the side just alone. And this is actually him going to go down. Drogovic picks up that kill. It's now a 4v5. Nice double pulverize there. Yijin is going to take a really low hit by the arrow. But no, there comes the Misfortune ultimate. Raining cascades of bullets down onto Drogovic. And he goes down. The tower falls in its wake as well. Warzone is still there. This guy is an absolute monster on this Jace. He has just got the poking power to be able to just force this inhibitor to go down as well. Dragon is up in 45, the Baron in a minute. Vega Squadron playing on the back foot. I want to see if they can get back into this.
What's the dragon? What's the dragon? What's the dragon? What's the dragon?
Oh, it's going to come up. Oh, the camera's just inches away. I can't see it.
We'll find it. We'll find it. It's cool.
We'll find out, yeah. When they start taking it.
Yeah. Either way, like, this is safe play from Saigon Jokers. They could have kept on trying to push the point there maybe and kept sieging, but I think they thought, you know what, we've got the inhibitor, we can go and take Baron here, we can go and take Dragon, we can come back stronger with all these items we've got and now bought, and it's going to work out really well for them. In fact, the Jace grabbing the pickaxe there, I'm curious if he's going to go instead towards something like a Last Whisper and literally just go all in pen. Is this the kind of build you think we're going to end up seeing out of, like, these Eastern teams constantly? It's all about the penetration? Which sounds
There's a joke there, Derek.
Really wrong.
There's a joke there. It's an Ocean Drake.
Damn.
Unlucky, both of us. I should have relied and trusted.
We had high
Ocean Drake
hopes.
senses.
We had high hopes.
We did. What is it next? Is it? Oh,
Cloud.
Cloud. No, it can't be. You can't have 4 different Drakes at the same time on the one map. You can only have a maximum of 3 different ones. True facts.
Well, we've only had 2 so far.
No, we've had Mountain, Infernal, Ocean.
Did we? Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did.
Mountain.
Yes. Full penetration builds. I mean, there's a joke there somewhere, like I said, but unfortunately I'm not going to make it. I don't know, because it is a good build, because look at the armor shred they're coming out of. Look, Drobovic gets hit by a Q, half HP. Like, you have no armor at the end of this. Warzone hits you once, armor gone. And then Misfortune just rains havoc with the bullet time and just...
And again.
People are shredded everywhere. And you just can't do anything. It's absolutely horrible for Vega Squadron right now. They're just trying to defend this inhibitor tower in the bottom side. Just, unfortunately, Blasting's just not had the impact he's perhaps wanted.
Fortunately not, and unfortunately neither has Zanzahara either on the Nidalee. Been all about Yi Jin this game, although the scoreline wouldn't tell you that. You'd have anyone's guess and say actually it was pretty even all the way through.
Warzone is going to get caught. There's going to be a pulverized, nice Rumble Armor to dissuade everybody though, but he is going to go down. Unholy is in the back line, but Roe is just being this humongous front line with the damage. Yi Jin picks up a kill as well on the Orianna. Non-Holy isn't going to go down. 4-man pulverize from Edward, but are they going to be able to follow up? Probably not. Roe is going to come through. That's another key kill for Yi Jin. Celebrity goes forward as well. Oh, Blasting, buddy. Those towers aren't going to save you. Double kill for Celebrity, flashing forward, picks that one up. Non-Holy versus 4 from Saigon Jokers. This very well could be the end of the game. Both towers are falling, and the Nexus is falling as well. Non-Holy just trying to do something, anything, just to secure his KDA. It's not going to happen. Saigon Jokers take that decisive Game 1 victory.